Welcome back to Guitarlele Tutorials. Congratulations on completing Module 2. Here again with recommended practice routine and songs that you can practice. We now got one more chord in our repertoire, so we can now attempt few more songs. In fact, you can now practice playing with Rubaroo from Rang De Basanti. It deploys only two chords that we now know how to play, the A major chord and D major chord. The strumming pattern is difficult though, but don't worry. Start with simple down strums. Later, when we know more strumming building blocks, we add them too. Coming to other songs that you can check out. Number 1. Bad Moon Rising by Creedence Clearwater Revival. Number 2. Twist and Shout by The Beatles. Number 3. Dance the Night Away by The Mavericks. This song uses A7 chord, but we can replace it with A major chord. Number 4. Jane Says by James Addiction. Here is also a catch. It uses C sharp diminished chord, but we can replace it with A major chord. Number 5. Breakfast at Tiffany's by Deep Blue Something. 6. As mentioned, Rubaroo from Rang De Basanti, a classic song by A.R. Rahman. I am sure there will be many more songs. These were something I found easy and with official tabs. I'll publish some play-along videos during my own practice sessions, especially the Rubaroo, and will show the struggles I had while practicing the song for the first time. Hopefully, that will motivate you to stick to the instrument and also will remind you everyone has their fair share of struggles. Now, about the practice routine. The finger pain should be pretty less by now and you are comfortable playing chords. If not, give it some more time and it will be completely gone. You should also be able to play the G major chord and D major chord without thinking. Those two chords should be memorized by this time. Well, your practice session still remains 4 days a week, 2 sessions each day, 10 minutes each session. We have a new chord in our bucket, the A major chord, and you should devote 2 minutes on chord check program for this chord. Then you should do the chord check practice for the old two chords, G major and D major, for 1 minute each. However, for many, A major will be easier than D major. If that is the case for you, you can switch a little bit here and there. Cut time from A major chord and give it to D major chord. Then you should work on anchor finger practice, A major to D major, A major to G major and D major to G major. These 3 sets of anchor finger practices should be done for 2 minutes. So, we are done with chord check for all 3 chords and possible combinations of anchor finger practice. Now it's time for chord changes in a minute. We have 3 sets as mentioned, A major to D major, A major to G major and D major to G major. So, 3 minutes there for 1 minute each for each set of chords. I assume you have already memorized the new A major chord and the other 2 chords by this time. Otherwise, going for chord changes for a minute may pose some difficulty for you. Going forward, keep in mind, when you encounter a new chord, you should memorize the chord before moving to next lesson. The last minute in the practice goes towards the Peter Gunn theme, a really interesting riff and a potential finger exercise. It will pose different difficulties to different people, so take it slowly. Only thing to keep in mind, give your fingers a good stretch during the exercise. If you are making mistakes, relax, take deep breath and start over again. It's just second module of the beginner course. There is a long way to go. A tip here to keep yourself motivated. When you make mistake, don't think of them who can do it perfectly fine. Instead, think of those billions of people who don't or have not chosen to learn an instrument. You are at much better place than them and gradually improving. The next 10 minutes go to song practice. You have tons of songs now available for you to play. I have just scratched the surface with the 6 songs. With Google search, you can find many more, I believe. Choose songs that you like. Give a try to play along original recording. If required, slow down the song. I think many apps will allow you to slow down songs you are playing in them. Just give it a try. One suggestion though, try to use an external speaker instead of using your phone or tablet's built-in speaker. That will give you the bass, and filling beats and rhythms will be easier for you. Check out my play along videos. I use an external Bluetooth connected speaker to help me with play alongs. Beyond the practice sessions, you still have work to do. The tapping of foot and filling the beats and strumming alongside. That's another thing you should continue to do. Before you move to third module, you should be confident enough with A major chord. Can perform 35 to 40 chord changes in a minute in either of the three pairs of chord. Can feel the downstrums in music, have some comfort performing the Peter Gunn theme. And also, you should give a try to play along a song with all three chords. That's pretty much the recommended practice routine. Wait for the play alongs and give a try to play along with me if possible. Otherwise, we'll meet in the next module with an introduction to the minor chords. Take care and have fun.